Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm doing a little chit chat with you about as I'm putting on my makeup and to get this look, and I'm using some new NYX products and some new eyeshadows that I just got. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. I'm going to be using the CHIT CC Cream Illumination, and I've got it in the light and the fair. The light is too white, the light is too dark, so I'm going to mix the two. Now then I'm going to take my black beauty blender and blend that in. Now I usually mix the regular CC cream in with the illuminating because it's kind of a little bit more illuminating than what I like. But I thought today I would try them both together and just see how shiny I am. And when I want more of a sheer, just a light layering of foundation, I'll usually use a beauty blender, because sometimes my foundation, it looks good when I first do it, but hours later in the day when I look at myself, especially out in the daylight, that I look like I'm kind of got a little bit too much on. It's kind of thick, and that doesn't look good on anybody, especially as you get older. So now I'm going to use the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer. I'm trying this out. I like it better now than my first time using it, but I'm trying to see if I like it. I'm comparing it to my can't think of what it's called. I've used it all these years. The Age Rewind. This, I think, it just doesn't seem to give me the coverage. I like it on everywhere, but under my eyes, it just does not seem to give me as good a coverage as the Age Rewind. See, for my nose and the rest of my face, anything else that I want to cover, I like it. But then under my eyes seems like it doesn't give me that much coverage. And it's not that I have big black circles under my eyes or anything like that, but I do have some discoloration, like on top of my lids, and it does look better than nothing. Okay, I have this in the shade Ivory, and I like the shade. I like the lightness of it, but it just doesn't seem to give me the coverage that I'd like. Now I'm going to use, if you've seen my last video of my mini haul, I had a kit of NYX products, and one of the items in it is this NYX finishing powder, and I'm gonna HD finishing powder. So I'm gonna put that under my eyes with my Real Techniques little brush, just to try and set that just a little. And I like to put a little bit around the corners of my nose, because I get oily there pretty quick, seems like, as the day goes on. So now I'm going to take my big Real Techniques powder brush and kind of go all over that. Now I don't do this with all of my foundations that I use, because if it's a more of a matte finish, then powder is just going to make me look older. And, you know, we don't want to look older. Good grief. Do y'all do bronzer, then contour, or you do contour and then bronzer? I always like to do my bronzer first. I have a couple of other bronzers, but this is the one that I mainly use, and it is the NYX Sunny. And you can tell I've not used much of it because, you know, if you've watched many of my videos, you know, I'm just kind of new to this bronzing, contouring kind of thing. And where I'm so pale, anyway, I need a little bit of warmth to keep from looking like a ghost. And also in that little NYX kit collection, there was this blush bronzer duo, blush contour. I keep wanting to call it a bronzer, but it's a blush contour duo. And since we seem to be on a Real Techniques kick with our brushes today, I'm going to use this Real Techniques sculpting brush. And I'm going to go into this contour shade. I'm scared. Woo! Ah. That's kind of dark, Deb. I always feel like I get too much on this cheek and not enough on this one. I just don't know. Okay, I feel like I got too much on this one. I'm going to try and take this stipple brush, which is a dual fiber powder blush brush. Try tone that down a little. I'm going to go in with blush and try and be careful with that. So I'm going to use a clean Encore brush, contour blush brush. Do just a little bit of that. I don't know, that contour is not my shade. And I have pulled out an oldie but a goodie. It's the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. They call this a bronzer, but even on my light skin, it's light. But I really like this. This is not one of those, you know, a lot of these highlighters now are coming out and making them real bright and white, and I don't, personally, for me, I don't think that looks good on older skin. We need some brightness and a glow, not a real bright, shiny light on our cheeks. Now, that's just my personal opinion. You know, if you disagree, that's fine. You do your thing. You do your thing, and I'll do mine. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. tapered brush. And put me a little bit of glow on there. To highlight the skin. Also, a bright highlight will accentuate wrinkles and pores. It accentuates the negative, not the positive. You know, I guess maybe I'm different than everybody else, but I would rather be glowing in the winter time. You know, it seems like everybody wants this glow and everything in the summertime when, you know, the sun's out and everything's bright, and if you're oily, you're going to be shiny anyway. So I would rather be more glowy of the winter time when everything is dull and drab, and, you know, be that ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. when it's cold outside. I don't know the rest of it. Okay, now I'm going to do my eyebrows with my IT Cosmetics Universal Brow Pencil. That's what I always use. This works good for me. For one thing, it's not red. Seemed like all the other eye pencils that I ever used, they were red. This is more of an ashy color instead of the red, because I don't have red eyebrows. Don't want red eyebrows. Okay, now I've done my brows, and I'm going to use my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I'm trying to use this up, and I'm using my little lipstick clip that I showed in a haul several months back to kind of keep it squeezed up here. Have you ever noticed when you're wanting to use something up, it's like a never-ending gobstopper, and you just keep using it and using it and using it, but if you try and be saving with it because you don't want to use it up, then it gets gone in no time. Well, I've been using this, trying to use this up for months now, and it just keeps going and going and going. But this is good. This is a good eyeshadow primer. I also got some new eyeshadows, and I put them in a Z palette. I got 6 of them. They were on sale, like half price. I watched this girl's video. I'll try and link to that below, and it was a really good price on these. I'd never tried them before. This is how they came. I thought it was really nice packaging, and it's BELFIORE. I don't know if that's pronounced right or not. These two are matte, and the others are kind of satiny, shimmery shades. So these are the eyeshadows I wanted to use today in this video and try them out. This will be my first time using them on my eyes, other than just playing with them with my fingers. This is the first for the putting them on the eyes. And as always, unless I forget, I will use a foundation shade, which is usually a cream color, light color, as you all know. And since I've been using this, this was my August favorites, and I've really used it a lot, and it has that perfect shade that I put all over my eyes. In this palette, it is called Blank, and I use one of these, a large fluff brush, because it gets the job done a lot quicker than if I used a smaller brush. And I used to put this all over my eyelid from my eyebrow to my eyelash line, but I've been finding here lately, if I put a shimmer on my eyelid, that it goes on better if I don't have anything, if it goes directly on the skin of my eyelid instead of an eyeshadow. So now I'm going to take this lightest orange shade, and it is in the color Toffee, which is Sedona Lace. I think this is 863. Silver, when you've got bad eyes, silver writing does not show. Now these eyeshadows don't kick up a lot of excess powder. I like how that looks. Yeah, I've got a lot of shades similar to this. But you know, different makeup brands are different. Even though the shades are similar, the eyeshadows, sometimes they're smoother, sometimes they're more dry, some blend better than others. Now these are, the way they feel on my fingers and applying them, they feel really nice, but they're not as smooth and buttery. I usually don't use buttery. I like velvety soft. I like butter in my food, but when it comes to makeup, I like something velvety and smooth. I love the feel of velvet on my skin. So that's how I tend to describe anything that feels really soft and smooth. I like how this feels. I like how it looks. Does it look like I'm getting a little carried away? I thought the best time to try something new, if you're going to try it, is to try it when it's on sale. Okay, now then, I'm going to take a different brush, and it's another Sedona Lace EB13. Now, I watched somebody's video a long time ago that was really bragging on this brush, and so I got one. I've had it a while. Not too much. And I'm going to go in the crease, starting at the outer corner. Darken that up in there. Now this is a good dense brush. It's dense enough to pack on the color and fluffy enough to kind of blend it out. And that's the kind of brushes that I like. That way if I get a little bit too heavy-handed with dipping my brush into my eyeshadow, then that can kind of blend it out and make it more sheer. And what I've been doing is using one of these hair donuts to clean my brushes with. I am testing this against I can't think of what it's called right now. It's in the can, to see if it's any better than what one of these hair donuts are. So if you would like to see me do a video on that, I was thinking about doing one. If you'd like to see that, then let me know. Now then, I'm going to go into this shade. Oh, that darker shade I just used is called Persimmon. And now I'm going to go into, oh, daggone it. Don't you hate when you dig your nails into your eyeshadows? Okay, this shade is called Penny. And I'm going to put that all over my lid using a Luxie 211 concealer. I think that's what it says. I believe I got this either maybe in a BoxyCharm. I'm going to try that on my lid instead of using my finger just to see. I really like how these feel against my skin on my eyelids. Now I'm going to leave this corner for now. Because I want to use another one of these shades on that. I've been thinking up some fall looks for makeup looks. And thinking on the dark lips. Love dark lips. But here lately I've been trying to like the nuder shade lips. And it's alright for a change. I really like these eyeshadows. I wish I'd have got more. But, you know, these Labor Day sales, everything was having a Labor Day sale. And some of them I just missed out on because I didn't want to wait for 30 minutes. That's what I had in mind of getting, was like lip pencils. And I didn't want to wait 30 minutes for lip pencils, so I moved on to another website and ordered lip pencils. So, put my brush away too quick. Now I'm going to go into this shade called Champagne. And I'm going to put that on the inner corner of my eye. You can't see that. One reason why I don't do a lot of these talk through get readies with me is because I find myself mumbling. I'm going to go into this Lorac Refined Romance palette. I'm going to go dip into this dark shade here. We'll give that a try. Yeah, there we go. That's giving us a little something in that outer corner. Okay, now I'm going to take this darker shade, and it's in the color Fig, and go on my bottom lash line. I couldn't find the brush I was looking for, so I pulled out the smudger brush from Scone, I think. This come in a BoxyCharm or Ipsy or something. So I'm going to take that Fig shade and use it on my lower lash line. That's just not the brush I wanted. Just a pencil brush and kind of blend that out. Then I'm going to use my eyeliner, the Galactic Precise Eyeliner Marker that I think came in a BoxyCharm. Not sure. But this marker is not as black as the star looks eyeliner that I've been using, but I like that it has this longer end on it, because when I get on out here, I can just kind of lay it down instead of swiping. I can just kind of lay it on there, kind of stamp it on there. And then I'm going to use my little trusty Mally Starlight pencil, which is getting shorter all the time. But have no fear, I have backups. Then we're going to curl the lashes, put on some L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara and false lashes, and I'll be back to do the lips. Okay, now I got my false lashes on and my mascara, and I'm going to use this NYX Fenty Matte Long Lasting Setting Spray that came in with that little NYX kit that I showed in my last little mini haul. So I'm going to spray that before I do the lips. I usually don't like to do that after I put on my false lashes, but there it is. Now, this is the only finishing spray that I have that is a matte finishing spray. So, we'll see what that does with all this glowy foundation and stuff. Okay, now for my lips, I'm going to use the Avon lip pencil in Red Brick. And I'm going to use a Laura Geller lipstick in the shade Clove Red. I got this a few years ago, in a set off of QVC, and they're all different shades of red, and I really like this. I think it's a pretty fall color, and I may have used it in my I got a video of my favorite reds or fall or something like that, and I think this one is in it. And you always want a nice red lipstick that's going to make your teeth look white, not yellow. So that's my finished look. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Let's go Kroger, better way to shop. Shop to drop. Yeah.